Sir.
Okay, so we'll continue our Bhagavatam today. So we'll continue the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharani निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, welcome back all the devotees after a break for Bhagavad Saptaha and maybe before that Bhagavad Gita classes also a few days. So today we are going to discuss the Canto 2. Canto 2, I think we started with the Sloka 1, Sloka 2 today. So let's continue wonderful activity in our life, reading Bhagavatam. Many days we are hearing the glories of Bhagavatam. And also last Sunday we heard His Grace Vidyanashna Govinda Prabhu and Mataji glorifying Bhagavatam. And many of the devotees have taken Bhagavatam, well, especially here, Asha Mataji, Ramesh Prabhu, and a few of them taken Bhagavatam. So those who have not taken, those who have Bhagavatam, can gift it to somebody. Those who don't have, please take Bhagavatam, because this is a wonderful opportunity. Invite Bhagavatam in your house. Now, this Thursday, we have a Bhagavad installation ceremony at Hemant Prabhu's house. So he is confirmed, and we'll put a message in the group and he'll invite all. So let's continue glorifying Bhagavatam and make our life successful in the spiritual way. Okay, we'll continue Sloka 2. Can somebody read? Canto 2, Chapter 1, Sloka 2. Go ahead, somebody please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranams.
Manat Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 2. Shrotavyadini Rajendra Nranam Santi Sahasrasaha Apashyatam Atma Tattvam Greshu Graha Medinam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: those persons who are materially engrossed, being blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth, have many subject matters for hearing in human society, O Emperor. Purport: in the revealed scriptures, there are two nomenclatures for the house. We have finished this, Prabhuji.
I think, yeah.
For the householder's life. One is Grihastha and the other is Grihamedi. The
Correct.
Grihasthas are those who live together with wife and children, but live transcendentally for realizing the ultimate truth. The Grihmedis, however, are those who live only for the benefit of the family members, extended or centralized, and thus are envious of others. The word Medi indicates jealousy of others. The Grihmedis, being interested in family affairs only, are certainly envious of others. Therefore, one Grahamedi is not on good terms with another Grihmedi, and in the extended form, one community, society, or nation is not on good terms with another counterpart of selfish interest. In the age of Kali, all the householders are jealous of one another because they are blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth. They have many subject matters for hearing: political, scientific, social, economic, and so on. But due to a poor fund of knowledge, they set aside the questions of the ultimate miseries of life, namely miseries of birth, death, old age, and disease. Factually, the human life is meant for making an ultimate solution to birth, death, old age, and disease. But the Grihamedis, being illusioned by the material nature, forget everything about self realization. The ultimate solution to the problems of life is to go back home, back to Godhead. And thus, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 8.16, the miseries of material existence, birth, death, old age, and disease are removed. The process of going back home, back to Godhead, is to hear about the Supreme Lord and His name, form, attributes, pastimes, paraphernalia, and variegatedness. Foolish people do not know this. They want to hear something about the name, form, etc., of everything temporary, and they do not know how to utilize this propensity of hearing for the ultimate good. Misguided as they are, they also create some false literatures about the name, form, attributes, etc., of the ultimate truth. One should not, therefore, become a Grihamedi simply to exist for envying others. One should become a real householder in terms of the scriptural injunctions.
Hare Krishna. This is already
Thank-
discussed, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. I only read and I only explained little bit.
Go to the
But
next.
it's okay, Prabhuji. You can again.
When briefly, it talks about Grihastha and Grihmedi. So Grihmedi is a person who's in the family life but fully engrossed in sense, and Prabhupada says sense of their own and extended senses. Like for example, so my family, my village, my community, my state, my nation, all these are, and the end result is that each one is jealous of others, and that's the reason lots of fights, all this trouble is going on for that, because we are jealous of others. So that's the conclusion here. I mean, that if you really understand, there are 99% of people in this category. And maybe I am also in the certain extent, I am also in the Grihemedi only. Because so many, I mean, all of us can do the self-assessment. Where are we? Which direction are we? Are we Grihemedi or Grihastha? Grihastha talking about completely engaged, the full family life in the service of the Lord. That is the level we should reach. Yeah, so it's a Prabhupada's instruction here, and the Bhagavatam talks about that. So it's all of us has to take up this. And Prabhupada says that those who have attached to their houses, absorbed in five sins in the house, they're kind of made these their violence. So that's how it concludes. We'll go through the next one, third one. Next one, somebody can read, please. Anyone, please unmute. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Canto 2, Chapter 1, Text 3. Nidraya hriyate naktam vyavayena cha va vayaha diva cha artha ihaya rajan kutumba bharanena va. Translation and purport by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The lifetime of such an envious householder is passed at night either in sleeping or in sex indulgence, and in the daytime either in making money or maintaining family members. Purport. The present human civilization is primarily based on the principles of sleeping and sex indulgence at night and earning money in the day and spending the same for family maintenance. Such a form of human civilization is condemned by the Bhagavata school. Because human life is a combination of matter and spirit soul, the whole process of Vedic knowledge is directed at liberating the spirit soul from the contamination of matter. The knowledge concerning this is called Atma Tattva. Those men who are too materialistic are unaware of this knowledge and are more inclined to economic development for material enjoyment. Such materialistic men are called karmis, are fruitive laborers, and they are allowed to regulate economic development or association of women for sex indulgence. Those who are above the karmis, that is, the jnanis, yogis, and devotees, are strictly prohibited from sex indulgence. The karmis are more are less devoid of Atma Tattva knowledge, and as such, their life is spent without spiritual profit. The human life is not meant for the hard labor for economic development, nor is meant for sex indulgence like that of the dogs and hogs. It is specially meant for making a solution to the problem of material life and the miseries thereof. So the karmis waste their valuable human life by sleeping and sex indulgence at night and by laboring hard in the daytime to accumulate wealth. And
Hmm.
after doing so, they try to improve the standard of materialistic life. The materialistic way of life is described herein in a nutshell, and how foolishly men waste the boon of human life is described as follows. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. So it says that the life of such an envious householder is passed at night either in sleeping or in sex indulgence, and the daytime either making money or maintaining family members. So, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maituna, this four, and for that work hard like a donkey. This is the kind of a materialistic person's life. I mean, this is where we are, majority people are engrossed or they're forced. I mean, it's not only materialistic, even devotees. The way the devotee's life is so forced work morning 7, like travel for 2 hours, and then work for 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, then travel again 2, 3 hours in the traffic, Bangalore traffic, one place. They are literally spending 16, 17 hours every day. So, where is the time for sadhana? Where is time for reading Bhagavatam? Where is time for their own spiritual advancement? Because we are engrossed, various reasons. I mean, we cannot just blame one person for that. Our society, our kind of atmosphere, such that each one is, engrossed because there are commitments, either EMI commitment, kind of they would have taken loan for the houses, children education, children marriage, so many things will be there. And to meet that, all this comes. So, and corporate life is such that they force or they directly, indirectly, ensure that these people are given their blood, sweat so much. So that's why Prabhupada says, what is the difference between them and a donkey? Donkey also works. The owner beats and gives some carrot, some grass, and for that. And in the day, the camel comes to the she camel for sex and gets kicked from the she camel. That's what happens. So then what is the difference? That's why Prabhupada says that present human civilization primarily based on the principle of sleeping and sex indulgence. And if you see any advertisement, anything for that matter, it's always connected to that. Any movie, serial, whatever we see is connected to that. Nothing spiritual about it, or nothing which is really help a person's advancement. There's nothing about a soul. So that's why Prabhupada says that. So the knowledge of concerning this is called Atma Tattva. One who really understands, one who try to understand is Atma Tattva. We should know that. And what is the point in ultimately engrossing or I mean accumulating so much wealth, so much name, fame? What is the point? The next moment, if I have to leave, I have to leave everything. If that is realization, if I have, I don't have to struggle, because as per my karma, whatever I'm destined to get, I'm going to get. I need to do my basic duty. If I do basic duty and depend on Krishna, Krishna will take care. Krishna will give me two time food. Krishna will give me shelter. 100%. He gives even the ant or biggest elephant. He gives food and shelter. We don't have to work hard. We have not seen any other species other than human working so many hours, factories, all those things. Yes, agriculture is required because that's how our Sanatana Dharma is based on that. Do agriculture, Go Rakshana, and Kshatriyas, Brahmanas. If this Varnashram Dharma is followed, our majority problem can be solved. The stress level or suicide, murder, abortion, and the wars, one country, other country, war, the one state, one religion, another religion, all this can be solved if we simply understand this. Whatever is there is temporary, it can go anytime. So what is the point? So that's where that even karmis or jnanis, yogis, they are also not reached the beyond that. Only the devotees who realizes that whatever I'm doing, it's only temporary. If I realize that, then the thought process will be different. My approach to my life will be different. That's why Prabhupada says it is specially meant for making solution to the problem of material life and miseries of life. Janma Mittu Jara Vyadi, Adi Bhautika, Adi Atmika, Adi Devika. These are the problems. The death is a problem. This one, disease is a problem. Old age is a problem. And because of that, if I take birth in any species, that's a problem. So Janma Mittu Jara Vyadi is a problem. And when I'm here, I have problem with my own body, mind, Adhyatmika. And I have problem with the other living entities. And I have problem with the nature. So all this problem going on. On the top of it, I work hard like hawks and dogs, and end of the day get kicked for just some food or some little shelter. End of the day, everything is going. So I'm not saying that we should not work, but overworking, atyahara, and unnecessarily hoarding, unnecessary going behind this, leaving the spirituality, leaving my self-interest. That's where I should think. What is my interest? I'm this not the body, I'm the spirit soul. What is that good for me? I should think about it and focus on that. Then everything will be okay. Because today people have no time. We have seen that the parents, the children may be first standard, second standard. The parents put so much effort. Child should get a 100% mark, and they give up everything, go behind. Some of them are teachers here. They will vouch for it. How much parents put pressure on children? Small children, 6 years, 7 years child, so much pressure because marks. What for? What that marks going to destiny of the child? Very, very, dangerous situation. The child brain, what kind of brain that child will develop? At the age, child should be more playful, more, innovative. Child should experience it. But whereas we force the child to mug up and, give this knowledge, which is no way helps the child. This is what happens. Our education system is like that. Our society is like that. So at least those who realized it, we should come out, do something so that we can improve ourselves. So we'll read one more sloka. Please, somebody, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu, go ahead.
Dhepataya kalatrasiv atma sainya seva astazapi tesham pramato nidhanam pasyam apina pasyati. Translation and purpose of Prabhupada ji और Srila Prabhupada ji की जय. Persons devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life, being too attached to the fallible soldiers like the body, children, and wife. although sufficiently experienced, they still do not see their inevitable destruction. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ji. This material world is called the world of death. Every living being, beginning from Brahma, whose duration of life is some thousands of millions of years, down to the germs who live for a few seconds only, is struggling for existence. Therefore, this life is a sort of fight with material nature, which imposes death upon all. In the human form of life, a living being is competent enough to come to an understanding of this great struggle for existence. But being too attached to family members, society, country, etc., he wants to win over the invincible material nature by the aid of bodily strength, children, wife, relatives, etc. Although he is sufficiently experienced in the matter by dint of past experience and previous example of his deceased predecessors, he doesn't see that the so-called fighting soldiers like the children, relatives, society members, and countrymen are all fallible in the great struggle. One should examine the fact that his father or his father's father has already died, and that he himself is therefore also sure to die. And similarly, his children, who would be the fathers of their children, will also die in due course. No one will survive in the struggle with material nature. The history of human society definitely proves it. Yet the foolish people still must suggest that in the future they will be able to live perpetually with the help of material existence. This poor fund of knowledge exhibited by human society is certainly misleading, and it is all due to ignoring the constitution of the living soul. This material world exists only as a dream due to our attachment to it. Otherwise, the living soul is always different from the material nature. The great ocean of material nature is tossing with the waves of time, and so-called living conditions are something like foaming bubbles, which appears before us as a bodily self, wife, children, society, countrymen, etc. Due to a lack of knowledge of self, we become victimized by the force of ignorance and thus spoil the valuable energy of human life in a vain search after the permanent living conditions which are impossible in the material world. Our friends, relatives, and so called wives and children are not only fallible but also bewildered by the outward glamour of material existence. As such, they cannot save us. Still, we think that we are safe within the orbit of family, society, and country. The whole materialistic advancement the whole materialistic advancement of human civilization is like the decoration of dead body. Everyone is a dead body flapping only for a few days, and yet all the energy of human life is being wasted in the decoration of dead body. Sukadeva Goswami is pointing out the duty of the human being after showing the actual position of bewildered human activities. Persons who are devoid of the knowledge of Atma Tattva are misguided, but those who are devotees of the Lord and have perfect realization of transcendental knowledge are not bewildered.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Super purport. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
So the persons devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life, which we discussed earlier. Being too much attached to fallible soldiers, like related to the body, children, wife, all those things. So fallible means they're going to fall. They cannot help. So the person drowning, he cannot help another person. Simple as that. So we need an expert swimmer who can save us. Only the pure devotee can do that. Nobody else. That's why Prabhupada says every living in including Brahma, Bhuvana, Loka, Punaravartino, Arjuna. Krishna says from that Brahma, the smallest, the worm, everybody has to die. Only question is the time. That's it. So maybe Brahma has got a longer period. Maybe small worm has got a few seconds, a few minutes, a few days. But death is sure. Death is 100%. That's why Prabhupada says this: the material life is the plan for death. That's it. One who has taken birth, sure to die. This as sure as death. But what are we doing? What is our plan? What are we, thinking about it? What are we daydreaming? I want to do this. I want to gain this. I want that person. I want this. I want this. So many plans I do without knowing very second I'll have to leave because in the process I'm too much attached. Yes, family maintenance is not, we are not proper, not talking against the family, I guess. Loving, caring is okay, but too much attached and too much sense enjoyment. That's where the challenge is that. So Prabhupada says because everybody is fallible, everybody has to leave. And foolish people, yet they suggest that yes, in future I'll be able to perpetually live. I'll develop a scientific. We know that there was one great singer. I mean, with English singer, he did so many things, so many doctors, so many scientists, and so many planning he did so that should not die. He had to die. I mean, forget the person like Hiranyakashipu, who had got a boon from Lord Brahma, been killed. So nobody, Ravana was so powerful, and he had so many boons, so many weapons. He was killed. So there is no way anybody can be permanent here. So only option for us to make this life successful. Otherwise, we are bewildered. We are bewildered outward glamour of this material world. Material world is so attractive. It looks so attractive, like a moth. The rainy days we see the worm, moth. Looking at the fire, it gets attracted. It comes running, and as soon as it touches the fire, it gets burnt. So same way it happens to ourselves. We get attracted to the material things, and end of the day, we will finish our life. So that's why the whole materialistic advancement of human civilization like a decoration of a dead body. Because the body is dead, the time the soul leaves. Today we had attended one cremation ceremony. One of our devotees, mother passed away yesterday. She was so wonderful devotee, you know, chanting and serving, and only one son and husband. Husband was saying that, maybe 30 years of marriage, he says that I've never heard even a single word, bad word from her mouth, or single anger from her mouth. This is what the husband saying. Very rarely we find, that kind of precision. Not because she has passed. She was so nice. The son, Muni's son. The point is that even such good people, everybody has to leave. There is no way we can, good or bad, we cannot, leave this world. We cannot stay in this world. So what is that plan we are doing? What are we planning? This is where Bhagavatam helps. And not only that, we have to help others. People are ignorant. So we have to help each other. Maybe my request is that at least those who are in Bhagavatam group, let's take a pledge that I will call at least two people or Bhagavatam group or other satsang group, invite them to come to Bhagavatam, because that's the only way to we realize it. That's the only way to understand the question. My humble request: each one call at least two people per day, request them, and follow up, care for them, request every day, please call, please come. So that's the best caring we can do. There's no other way. No other. If somebody can give money, somebody can give shelter, but all temporary. Food, temporary. If you give a real knowledge, that make their life successful. So my humble request, let's do as at least a small bit. Call two people per day. Please come for Bhagavatam. Please come for chanting. Let's help others. And the more we help others, the more mercy comes to us, make our life also successful. So with this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share their comments or thoughts, please. We start with the alphabetic order. Asha Mataji.
Prabhuji, I understood nothing much, but as your instruction, I will try to invite people for Bhagavatam.
Not
That's the
instruction.
best
My
thing.
humble begging at the lotus feet of all
Yes,
devotees.
Prabhuji, I will do it. Thank you,
Let's
Prabhuji.
do
Hare
it.
Krishna.
Help. Yeah, was Archana Mataji want to say anything? Sri Devi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Regarding the first sloka, Grihasthas and Grihomedis. Grihasthas are people who, the family life is they look after the children, wife, everything, and at the same time they are in the devotional line, doing service to the lotus feet of the Lord. They are Grihasthas. And Grihomedis, they are very self-centered. They are bothered about the Grihomedi. He bothers about his wife, children only, and he is not in the devotional line. They are envious about other people, society, and all that, and they simply waste their time like that, not knowing that they have to go back to Godhead, not realizing that the something supreme is there, and they have to go back to Godhead. So all that is not there in the Grihamitis. So people like this, what they do nighttime, they just sleep or indulge in sex and all, and the daytime they are eager in making money. That's how they pass on the life. But what here these scriptures say is, anybody who is born in the material life, from Brahma to the lowest species, everybody has to die one day or the other. So as long as we are in the material life, simply we should not waste time. We have to plan to go back to Godhead. For that, we have to chant, read scriptures, do devotional service, do all good things, like what you said. Invite people for the Bhagavatam, the satsangas and all. So that way we have to lead our life, doing something good, and improving and progressing in the devotional life. Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Thank you. Sudhavadi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
So yes, as Sri Devi Mataji said, like difference between Grihastha and Grihamedi, she has given the differences. So we need to check whether in which stage we are in, whether Grihastha stage or Grihamedi stage. So once we question ourselves, then there is a scope to make some changes and progress towards Grihastha. So how we need to develop is like we need to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and read about his pastimes. So if we read about pastimes, then we'll know how good Krishna is. Then how he is handling each situation, and how the in Bhagavad Gita says many stories also, like how rajas, kings, and all. Then if we listen all those stories, then we will be like, we will also want to be like them. So changes will happen. So if we keep on listening to the pastimes of Sri Krishna, then there will be good change in us. So every time we need to check whether which stage we are in. That is one thing. And coming to the next text, um, like they have also mentioned, like Grihamedi, they only indulge in sense gratification, and the toil during daytime and night only for sense gratification and all that. So they will end nowhere, because at the end everyone has to die. So that truth, if one comes to know, then they will realize. And once there is a scope, once we realize, there is a scope to develop. So we have to have the goal to reach Godhead, because that is the main wealth according to Bhagavad Gita. So because if a man is born anyway, he has to go through old age, diseases, and all that. So we can avoid all this by going to Godhead. So one should realize that and progress towards Krishna service. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Saurabh Prabhu. Same thing.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
No, Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the wonderful explanation. So first of all, this our this today's class is about the what is the Grihama's life, Grihastha's life, and it's very much important for me too, because within 1 year I am also going to take the Grihastha life, the household form.
Wow.
So yeah, so I need in this class, I I very badly need the blessings and mercy with all of your Prabhujis and Matajis who is listening to me. And secondly, probably that it's very much important because when you are in household order, you have to keep जैसे कि yeah, you have to keep your your anger, your frustration, your depression. You have also is very much understanding and balance is very much needed between the husband and wife. And secondly, and whatever you suggested me to bring at least 2 or 3 devotees to bring every day for the Bhagavatam class, at least whatever is my contact in my contact congregation and with students I know, they are all most of them comfortable with Kannada, but I will do my best to bring them. And secondly, just for this for me, this for, and thank you so much for the all entire Matajis and Prabhujis for the wonderful explanation to me. And after that, I have done nothing left to explain. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Jai Shri
Ramesh,
Krishna.
Prabhu, want to say anything? Okay, so we'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namah. Ananta koti vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Sudha Mataji has become a devotee by reading books only.
Wow.
Few
Wonderful.
years back, I have given her Bhagavad Gita, and later somebody also has given. Krishna made her read Bhagavad Gita, and slowly, so many Prabhupada books and all. One day she called me and said, I'm reading all Prabhupada books, the Bhagavad Gita and all. I'm listening to the lectures and all. It's very interesting. Now I love Krishna so much. Then I told, you have to, from today onwards, you have to attend Bhagavatam class.
She has
Then
to
she
take
told
Bhagavatam.
my
Yes,
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 Mataji.
yeah.
Books are
Once reading and listening to Krishna stories, it changed my life, Prabhuji. A
So
lot.
send your address. We'll send you the Bhagavatam.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you
Tell us
so much,
which
Prabhuji.
language you want.
English, Prabhuji.
Okay. So English costs around 8,000 rupees. Telugu
Okay.
means around 7,000 plus postage, whatever it is, home delivery.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Let us know. So
Okay.
welcome Bhagavatam. Maybe call nearest devotees and do some kirtan at home. Well, install Bhagavatam. Sridevi
Okay.
Mataji, you coordinate and do, because anywhere approach nearest temple. So it gets devotees. Kirtan is the best holy name.
I am residing in Chennai, Prabhuji.
Oh, okay.
Chennai.
Wherever, we can find. Chennai, if you want, I can connect some devotees.
Sure,
Wherever,
Prabhuji.
wherever possible. Because online, yes, good, but at the same time, we need a physical association also. We need to do services. That helps a lot. Motivation helps.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sridevi Mataji. Thank you.
thank you,
Thank you
Prabhuji.
so much. Okay, so we'll end here. See you tomorrow. Same time. Hare Krishna. So
Hare
don't
Krishna.
forget to call others, please.
Pranams. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Pranams, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Maybe possible send a message in the group, today itself, because maybe somebody would have forgotten now. Please react.